I was very sad that this story broke when I wasn't on the show. And so now I get to comment on it.
Oh,
so,
thanks God.
Thank God. All right, so after news broke last weekend regarding the digital affair between New York Magazine journalists Olivia Nuzzi and RFK Jr., Kennedy's camp is now trying to essentially save face by painting Nuzzi as the villain. They're trying to make it seem as though she tried to get him, essentially set some sort of trap by bombarding him with nudes.
Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it. Yeah.
Okay. So friends of RFK Jr. spoke to a very trusted source, the New York Post, over the weekend. They say that Nuzzi was obsessed with Kennedy following their interview back in November. Additionally, they say that she allegedly instigated the digital relationship, which was known to be tense. Now, one person who spoke to the New York Post and didn't do so anonymously, to her credit, is Jessica Krause, who identifies as an independent journalist. She claimed that RFK Jr. actually cut contact with Nuzzi after she made a flirtatious remark, saying a few weeks later, Olivia Nuzzi emailed him asking to be unblocked, claiming she had urgent information about a hit piece being prepared against him. He unblocked her for that conversation, but later that night, she sent him a provocative picture prompting him to block her again.
That's nonsense. I don't believe that for a second.
The on again, off again blocking apparently took place in the span of 8 months.
Blocked, unblocked, blocked, unblocked. Oh, I saw it again. Oh, what am I gonna do? She instigated it, and my eyes were forced to watch it repeatedly over and over again and respond positively over and over again.
Exactly. Now, friends of Cross believe that Nuzzi did set up RFK. Set up RFK Jr. for what? Like, for what? Okay, but this is what they're saying. She went after him aggressively. She targeted him pretty hard. Bobby was blocking her continually.
Why did he continue to unblock her then?
It's so funny. It was a little scary.
Can someone scare me like that, please?
She was obsessed with him. I think she still is.
Get out of here.
Okay,
man.
Look, he's trying to save his marriage. Like, that's the way that I read this, right? Because but also I'm super disappointed in Nuzzi. I really am. Okay, for two different reasons. Number one, and this is the most important reason, yes, it is unethical to have the kind of personal relationship that she had with RFK Jr. when she is in fact writing a feature piece about him. Okay, that is a problem.
No, that was after the piece came out, they had the affair. She did have one positive quote about him afterwards, but just one.
Okay, that timeline matters, certainly.
Matters a lot.
But she should have disclosed the personal relationship to her boss. It's the right and ethical thing to do, okay? So that's the most important thing, number one. Number two, and don't judge me too harshly for saying this, but I am angry with her for squandering her beauty on people like RFK Jr. And apparently back in 2014, she had a tweet out thirsting for Rick Perry. Olivia, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing? Do not squander this moment in your life. Beauty doesn't last forever. Use it or lose it, okay?
No, she is using it.
No, but
she's overusing it.
Like when I say use it, I mean like not on RFK Jr. Okay, on someone worth it.
No, I hear you. Look, guys, I hate getting into people's personal lives, and people are human. So she found him attractive or whatever. That's her business. She was engaged. He was married. I get it. People are human, but don't RFK Jr. throwing her under the bus. It's really bad form.
Super gross.
Like it makes me. Like that's the first time, and you could say, hey, Cenk, you're way late to the party and you should have been there already, but that's the first time it made me actively dislike him. So look, somebody has the decency at 31 years old to send you pics when you're 70, okay? Don't then come throwing them under the bus and go, oh yeah, after enjoying them for 8 months.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, she was harassing me,
totally.
Okay?
No, it gets better, oh God, okay, so there's more quotes. This is security expert Gavin DeBecker, who's supposedly investigating this, okay? Really working hard to invest. I'm sure spending a lot of time really honing in on those images, investigating them closely. This is what he said. This has nothing to do with romance. He was being chased by porn.
That's one of the best lines ever. Oh man, I feel like it's like a Benny Hill skit, and the porn is chasing Benny Hill around this set.
So while the New York Post is like regurgitating the quotes of RFK loyalists who want to help him save his marriage, what's really going on is it turns out he was going around like bragging about the images.
Of course.
And that's how they got caught, okay?
Of course.
So apparently Kennedy was bragging to his friends about receiving the images from a journalist 40 years younger than him. You see, Olivia? You see? What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? That bragging actually ended up tipping off New York Magazine's editor-in-chief, David Haskell, who is, Olivia Nuzzi's boss. And it's not suspected that Nuzzi's ex-fiance, now ex-fiance, Ryan Lizza, is the one who like tattled on his now ex-fiance.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So Oliver Darcy, the reporter who actually uncovered this story, claims that, no, look, this story isn't, like, I don't care about the salacious details. This story is about a conflict of interest, right? A violation of journalistic ethics. So I want to talk about that briefly because I do notice a little bit of a double standard. Again, to be clear, Olivia Nuzzi absolutely should have disclosed her personal relationship with RFK Jr. Not doing so was wrong. But the way that people are raining terror on her over this is interesting when you consider all the conflicts of interest that currently play a role in our media ecosystem. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Why don't we start off with, I actually want to go to the last video here because if you ever watch Morning Joe, Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough literally cannot stop talking about their personal relationships, including their personal relationship with Joe Biden. And that personal relationship, led to, let's just say, quite a bit of disinformation on their program. Here's an example.
I've spent a good bit of time with Joe Biden. I've spent a couple of hours with Joe Biden, sitting, talking, going around the world as far as talking issues, talking the economy, talking inflation. And I must say, when I was talking to him, my thought wasn't, oh, poor guy. My thought was, oh my God, I wish Dr. Brzezinski were on the other side of the table right now. I've said it for years now. He's cogent. But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever.
Is it? That video was from March 6th.
Of this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so guys, to me, that's why this big to do about the Olivia Nuzzi thing. Number one, yeah, it has a smidge to do with journalistic ethics, but it's all about the titillation. Keep it real.
Yeah, she's super hot, yeah.
And they were pics exchanged, etc. If this was not about nude pictures and sex and digital relationships, etc., instead it was, a story about money, which sounds salacious enough, right? Or something else, no one would care. Like it'd be a blip and then we'd be done with it. But because it has to do with sex, everybody's obsessed and everybody's pretending like Olivia Nuzzi had the biggest conflict of interest in media history.
Right,
That tape we just showed you is 1,000 times worse than what Olivia Nuzzi did. In fact, Olivia Nuzzi told the truth about Joe Biden. That's why a lot of people hated her. And so the Morning Joe crew, the View people, etc., all the hatchet men of Joe Biden and his administration, all the people who know him personally, and because they benefited from that friendship and relationship, would lie brazenly about him on air, 1,000 times worse than anything Olivia Nuzzi did.
Yeah, and that Joe Scarborough thing, not a big scandal, not considered
not
a big
scandal at all,
yeah.
at all. Like Morning Joe, like Joe Scarborough walks on water in Washington. They're like, oh, the epicenter of the establishment has arisen. Yes, what propaganda would we like to sell to the American people while we're pretending to be journalists? Oh, the real problem is Olivia Nuzzi. Okay, so she told the truth about Biden. That's a real problem. I mean, she sent the wrong pics to RFK Jr. That's why I'm mad at Olivia Nuzzi. Yeah, maybe. Okay,
all right.
But I just want to clarify one earlier story that was made clear by this, which I hadn't thought of earlier. Now we know why RFK Jr. dumped a dead bear in Central Park. Because he had to go because he was being chased by porn.
He was being chased by porn, everybody. God, I can't believe anyone would say any of that with a straight face, but here we are.
All right, thanks for watching this free clip of Old School. Don't forget to become a TYT member today for the rest of the show and for more exclusive content throughout the network. Join now at tyt.com/join.